Is it possible to sprout your own chestnut, oak, and butternut trees from seed? In today's video, I'm going to see if I'm having any luck doing it. For those of you who've seen some of my past videos, you're aware of the fact that I'm in the process of trying to develop a large integrated silvopasture and permaculture orchard. Last year we put in about 600 different plants. This year I have plans to actually put in a few hundred more. Part of what I want to do though for this year as I try to put plants in is try to grow some stuff myself. Growing plants from seed isn't always easy. You have the challenge of, first off, finding good seed stock. Second, you have the challenge of actually trying to get the seeds to sprout. And then third, once they've sprouted, you have to nurture them and give them a nice good head start. For me, I've been working on my own collection of seeds over the last year or so. I've collected a bunch of oak, chestnuts, and butternuts in this past year, and I've been trying to sprout them. To sprout them, I'm doing a process known as cold stratification. Out in nature, some seeds need the feeling of like it's winter to actually get the trigger to sprout themselves. To prep for sprouting, what I did was I took all of the seeds that I collected and I put them in a bucket of water and soaked them overnight. Then after that overnight, I pulled them out of the bucket, and then I grabbed some just regular old, household freezer bags like these guys right here, and I filled them up with some potting soil, added a little bit of moisture, and then put groups of the different seeds in. I'm very curious to see what's inside here, so this may or may not work, but come along with me as we check this out. So as you can see, it's kind of a sad refrigerator I'm keeping these days, but down at the bottom I took over the entire crisper with the bags of seed. And for those of you at home wondering, yeah, Allison thought I was a crazy person for taking over a major portion of our refrigerator to use for sprouting seeds, but personally I don't regret it one bit. So one of the cool perks about the apartment in DC is that it's got a tremendous amount of outdoor space. So let's see. So this first bag I've got, I see some mold right here. I think you can see it in the camera. So that's not promising, but I also see some seeds have sprouted. So let's see. Yeah, see? Look at this guy. So you can see it right here. There's a chestnut just starting to pop. So this would be a guy I could put in a tray and actually have sprout. Although, unfortunately, if I'm looking in here, so I'm not hopeful for these guys. My best guess would be that I could maybe salvage a few from this bag, but it's not looking promising. Alright, let's see. The next one. These are actually some chestnuts from Pike County Chestnut Farm. They actually have a mail order chestnut business. Yep, here's another one. Look, you can see seeds are popping. Let's try this bag. Now, these were butternuts. So you can see here, these were butternuts that I got from a neighbor. This just feels a little waterlogged and not like there's much to it. That's not a good sign at all. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems like these butternuts have not sprouted. That is a shame. So for those of you guys who aren't familiar with butternut, butternut is this tree that it grows this beautiful yellow wood, grows somewhat like an oak. I think they're very cool trees, and they produce these nuts that are, sort of like a walnut, but a bit sweeter. Butternuts, particularly in New England, have gotten a lot more rare in recent years because of, much like chestnuts, they've been sufferers of a blight as well. We have a couple of butternut trees up on the farm right now, out in the backwoods. They aren't doing too well, and my hope has been to try to get some very good butternut sprouts going, so I can replant them and get more butternut actually on the farm. I'm not sure how successful I am going to be this year. I probably will have to buy actual butternut seedlings from a grower because this bag of butternuts is no good, unfortunately. All right, let's see what else we got here. All right, so this is a bag of acorns. So you guys know in a lot of our videos, or like right in front of our house, if you've seen pictures of the house, that there's this big crazy old oak tree that we have. You know, this guy right here. Well, last fall I went out and tried to collect as many acorns from that tree as humanly possible, and I wanted to sprout them. And successfully, if you look at this right here, we have some acorn sprouts. So I am so super excited about this. That oak tree is really special to me. I think it's arguably one of the coolest trees that we have on the farm. And the fact that, yep, here's another one. Wow, look at that. Look at that. That is so cool. Right, can you see it? Yeah, this one. All right, so we've got a successful bag of acorn sprouts here. So, not a ton, but several. Good success on acorns. All right, here's another bag of chestnuts. You can see here, that's really not a good sign. A lot more mold. Oof. This one's a mess. I don't even want to touch my hand, touch in there, because I don't want to cross-contaminate some of the other seeds. Most of them have sprouted, but unfortunately, really unfortunately, this bag might be just killed by all the mold. That's a bad sign. That's a shame. All right, next bag. We are getting into the home stretch here. This is another bag of acorns. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah, look. More acorn sprouts. Look at that. Oh, I can't wait to put these guys in the ground, get them popping. Some of these trees are going to take years and years to actually sprout. And so I fully recognize that. And I also recognize that I personally probably won't be able to get to enjoy some of them. Like, I'll be long since eaten by a bear by the time some of these trees are actually mature. But you know what? To me, I think it's actually kind of rewarding, and it's somewhat of a legacy thing to be able to plant trees and see them spread on. Unfortunately, these chestnuts don't seem to have taken. That is a shame. I mean, look. Well, this one just... I don't know. See, this one's got nothing. Yeah, this is nothing. See? Look, you can see again. Yeah, just a seed. Kind of damp. Sort of waterlogged even. You actually open it up, it's just mush. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. It looks like this bag is garbage. Here is the final tally. I've got 5 good bags of chestnuts, 1 good bag of acorns, 1 bad bag of chestnuts, and 1 bad bag of butternuts, unfortunately. I'm still holding out on the butternuts. I actually have a batch of butternuts that I stashed up at the farm. I buried them in a bucket. For those of you guys who follow us on Instagram, you can go back and look. I can even actually flash a photo now here so you can see what that looks like. I have not checked on those yet because last time I looked in, I think we have still about 6 inches of snow on the ground up at the farm here in late April. But that bag is probably the last best option for some butternuts this year, unless I go out and buy. If there's somebody out there who's watching this video and has good butternut seed, hit me up. I'd be very curious. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit more on how to sprout your own seeds. This is like a crazy easy, crazy simple process that I find is very rewarding. I'm looking forward to putting these guys in the ground later this year. And hopefully having, you know, a nice forest in the backyard in the very near future.